The new face of inner city housing solution. The full details in a few minutes. Also coming up within the show, products and services of micro, small and medium-sized enterprises on showcase. Plus, a look at some of the opportunities available in the maritime industry. Hello, I'm Audrey Williams, and you're watching Jamaica Magazine. Before we go into the news of the day, here's an important message.
What are you doing to help the fight against crime?
Sitting on the corner, minding your own business, definitely not going to work.
It is time for us to unite.
Unite.
Unite for change.
Citizens coming together to make their respective communities safer. The police, schools, public health, business, churches, NGOs, parents and neighborhood watch volunteers.
As we, the police, do our job,
We as citizens need to do our part as well.
Report crimes or even suspicious activities.
Let's all work together.
As one united front against crime.
And make Jamaica the place of choice to
Live, work, raise families, and do business.
Unite for Change, an initiative of the Ministry of National Security.
Good day, I'm Samantha Allen, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, January 30. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller has made another call for regional leaders to create an integrated strategy geared at addressing the effects of climate change. She was speaking at Tuesday's plenary session of the second summit of the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States, CELAC, in Cuba. Mrs. Simpson Miller said climate change needed immediate attention.
Climate change is here and we face it now. It poses clear and present danger to our continued development and threatens to erode our hard-won socio-economic gains.
The CELAC summit was one of several engagements by the Prime Minister during her four-day official visit to Cuba. She returned to Jamaica on Wednesday. After months of consultation steered by the Ministry of Health, Parliament has affirmed some key amendments to the public health tobacco control regulations, which came into effect on July 15 last year. Of note, the fines for breaches of the regulations have been lowered but remain significant enough to encourage compliance.
The Ministry, in consultation with the Chief Parliamentary Council and the Attorney General's Chamber on the matter, has settled on maximum fines as follows: $10,000 for first offenses, $25,000 for second, and $50,000 for subsequent offenses. Persons who have breached tobacco regulations by smoking in prohibited areas will not be given a criminal record.
In keeping with recommendations put forward by the Human Resource and Social Development Committee of Parliament, the transitional period for businesses to become compliant has been extended to 9 months, ending April 14, 2014. As previously announced, the workplace describes enclosed workplaces in general, but excludes homes and private vehicles used for employment purposes. And certain businesses, particularly tourist establishments, will be permitted to have outdoor smoking areas that meet certain conditions. The Health Ministry, through its Health Promotion and Protection Branch and the National Council on Drug Abuse, has extended its public education campaign on the regulations and ill effects of tobacco smoke. Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips says legislation to enable the adoption of fiscal rules will be enacted by the end of March. The enactment of fiscal rules will allow Parliament to be more responsible in the management of the country's financial affairs and promote transparency. A key element of the program is achieving a debt-to-GDP ratio of 60% by 2025-2026.
The rule will establish an automatic correction mechanism that would be triggered by substantial cumulative deviations from the annual overall balance target. The application of the automatic correction mechanism can exempt specified social spending from potential adjustment.
The fiscal rule will also include an escape clause, which is dependent on adverse shocks. This will be subject to parliamentary approval. Meanwhile, Tax Administration Jamaica TAJ has been embarking on a rigorous campaign to promote the benefits of the Fiscal Incentives Act.
We're working with stakeholders and groups, associations of different trade bodies or associations.
The Fiscal Incentives Act forms part of the omnibus legislation, a rule-based tax incentive system for entities and individuals doing business in Jamaica. Under the Act, unregulated companies and self-employed individuals can qualify for an employment tax credit once they file and pay their tax returns on time. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaite says $30 million is to be spent building 10 new classrooms at the Edwin Allen High School in Frankfield, Clarendon. While addressing the school's 50th anniversary ceremony recently, he said the project would require the partnership of the school community and other stakeholders.
If you can raise 1/3, and the Ministry of Education will find the other 2/3.
Minister Thwaites also promised the provision of 30 new computers to the school by next year through the Universal Access Fund. And finally, residents in and around the community of Rosetown in St. Andrew now have greater access to information and communications technology, ICT. This comes with the opening of an ICT community access point recently. It's one of more than 160 access points established across the island by the Universal Service Fund.
What is good about this one is that even if you can't fit into the 15 seats that you have, you can come here with your tablet and access broadband.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Samantha Allen. Thanks for watching.
This is my appeal, Jamaica. Give blood for it.
Give blood and give the gift of life. So safe you don't have to think twice. Do what you can for one another.
Yeah, man.
Be a hero, be a blood donor.
Yeah, me people, watch it. Give blood for your sister and your brother. Save the life of another. You might never know.
Give blood.
As you love a life, you love many people. One blood, the Father says so.
One blood.
Sign up today. Be a blood donor. Many people, one blood.
Effective social inclusion is one of 5 strategic priorities the government has been putting into action across the country. Housing for the most vulnerable is one aspect, and in so doing, persons are empowered to be the best versions of themselves. As you will see in this feature, it's not just about building houses, it's about instituting a remodeled inner-city housing project. We begin in Majesty Gardens.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view.
As the youngest recipient of one of these homes, it is quite a difficult task to fully articulate the significance of this achievement. This is an opportunity for me and my family to improve our life.
At the tender age of 22, Shanika Thompson is living the dream of most Jamaicans, home ownership. Thompson and 47 other residents of Majesty Gardens in St. Andrew have now joined a growing number of low-income earners getting keys to a place called home. The dream fulfilled was made possible by the newly remodeled inner-city housing project undertaken by the National Housing Trust. The houses were handed over during a recent ceremony, and plans are far advanced to deliver even more houses to communities along Spanish Town Road.
Getting a key to your home is not just a matter of gaining access to a certain space or to certain facilities. It is the key to a whole new life.
This is the new face of the inner city. 16 3-bedroom and 32 2-bedroom apartments, all enclosed in a gated community with all the perks attached.
When we hand over these units today, we will be handing over more than 4 walls. What we will be doing is opening doors to new opportunities. That will make Majesty Garden be truly majestic.
With some 1,200 families assisted along the Spanish Town Road corridor, there's a push to provide more houses to Jamaica's poor.
We are seeking to provide good, decent housing, and we are doing so as much as we can to make it affordable.
The goal is to empower citizens to be the best versions of themselves.
You too have a place in the society. You are valuable Jamaicans. You too deserve decent housing, and more importantly, you too have a part to play in the advancement and development of our country.
And when residents' lives improve, communities improve, as there are more effective governance structures, internal dispute resolution, and even greater civic pride seen in residents.
So nice, I got you.
I kiss them, I got comfortable in this one. So when I tell them I feel good, understand? For the long work I put on over the years and contribute to church, just get a key, a place called home.
I will no longer be afraid or embarrassed to invite a friend to visit because I'm terrified they might ask, can I use your restroom? Or simply do not want them to know where I live.
It's better to pay some mortgage than pay rent. But one of my greatest joy and moment is for the kids them. I'm happy to get at home, but for the benefit of the kids.
I am so happy, I'm so excited. Trust me, I couldn't ask for more. God is good.
So good, so good.
When I hear my name call, I'm so excited. And the kids them too excited and feel good about it. So I'm going to have them new home, them inside bathroom, everything nice.
I thank and I thank my workplace because without a job, I wouldn't own a house.
Even as residents celebrated their achievements, there were gentle reminders along the way.
Take care of your space, and I'm going to beg you to live in peace and harmony. Let love reign in Majestic Gardens.
The real project will start when you all move into your new homes and begin to make decisions about how to manage the complex so that it remains a beacon for all to see.
Look forward to keep the place as house clean and nice, maintain it right and pay your bills and everything, that's capacity and keep the thing nice.
That work has already begun as the newly formed Citizens Association renamed Majesty Gardens Phase 1 the Portia Simpson Miller Meadows. With the foundation set, the 48-unit strata community is now on its way to being a source of inspiration for other underdeveloped corporate area communities.
It's my house and I live here. I want to tell you it's my house and I live here.
There'll be a better tomorrow. 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 There'll be a day. There'll be a way. There'll come a time to sing a brand new song. There'll be a better tomorrow.
One of the key areas of the maritime industry is sustainable transportation development, an area that Jamaica is positioning itself to utilize through the development of a logistics hub. In our next feature, we showcase the many opportunities that exist in this sector.
For a while now, government has been talking about plans for a Jamaica Logistics Hub. And as we've heard, this will mean tremendous employment opportunities for Jamaicans.
The Jamaica Logistics Hub potentially represents US $9 billion of foreign direct investments, with the prospect of generating tens of thousands of jobs in a variety of fields.
The Jamaica Logistics Hub will bring together a cluster of global third-party logistics providers, such as shippers, couriers like FedEx and DHL, and freight forwarders. The hub will also accommodate large global businesses with substantial cargo flows, and in the end,
Jamaica will be the fourth node in the global logistic chain. joining Rotterdam, Singapore, and Dubai.
You need people to work in the port. You need managers, operations managers, you need technical superintendents, you need people with a whole range of skill.
But the employment opportunities on land and at sea begin even before that hub is to be completed in 2015. It's going to require real work to take the hub from concept to reality, and that means jobs from projects like these.
750,000 square feet of space in an ultra-modern technology park at Nago's Head in St. Catherine, with the potential to employ approximately 13,000 persons.
The maritime industry offers up a wealth of opportunities for employment options.
I chose it because I really like it. I tried other schools before, and to be very honest, they weren't as exciting. The thrill wasn't there. So I ended up doing this.
Today we zone in on some of the more common onboard ship jobs that are available and what you need to know to get started. If you're just starting out in the maritime industry, this is the bottom rung on the ladder.
It's one of the lowest ranks on board merchant marine vessels, and they deal with mainly deck work. It's from the deck department, and they have no sea time and are in charge of roles such as watchkeeping, keeping a gangway watch, chipping and painting the deck, and basic ship maintenance.
But there is ample opportunity to work your way up.
You can move all the way to captain if you are good enough. And as an OS, you earn anywhere between $800 US per month up to $1,500 US per month, depending on the vessel you're on and what company you're working with.
And FYI, there is no specific training or certification needed for this.
No, just basic training to go on board, like life-saving techniques as they're practicing behind me right now, and similar courses, basic first aid.
The able-bodied seaman, AB, is just a step above ordinary and isn't exactly an indication of your physical condition, although just about every job on board a ship calls for being in good shape.
He does the same thing an OS would do, except he is certified and he would have had more experience and sea time. He gets more pay, of course, so he gets anywhere between $1,500 US to $1,000 to $2,000 US per month.
The junior engineer is at the lowest level of the engineering department but performs critical tasks nonetheless.
When you finish your training at the Maritime Institute or any other institute worldwide, and then you start your navigation, you have no sea time, but you like to become an officer. You have to first work as an apprentice engineer. In this position, you typically earn, well, $1,500 to $3,000, depending on the vessel and the company you're working with.
And then there's the licensed engineer.
His job is ensuring the operation of the entire engine of the vessel. He is the equivalent of the captain for the engine department. So he runs the engine department of the vessel.
The Caribbean Maritime Institute, the CMI, is on the cutting edge of global employment training needs.
Because we keep in touch with industry. It's about when people come in here, you start with the end in mind. You begin with what the market wants and you prepare people and place them into jobs.
The CMI is a multidisciplinary tertiary educational institution, training students to meet the needs of the international shipping, logistics, and supply chain management sectors. It provides both land-based and seafarers training and is the only recognized institution in the Caribbean catering to this niche market.
So it's no longer just about what we do in Jamaica, but it's how we can connect with the rest of the world. This is why at the Caribbean Maritime Institute we first went for global accreditation on all our programs. That's why we're ISO 9001-2008 accredited by Lloyd's. And in short order, we are going for the ISO 14000 environmental certification.
The institution offers a range of courses through its engineering, marine, security, and shipping programs.
We offer 7 Bachelor of Science degrees at the Caribbean Maritime Institute, from port management, logistics and supply chain management, international shipping. We even have a degree in cruise tourism and marine management. So that's excellent. We have an integrated security degree program, right? And all of these programs are in demand. But within those degrees, you actually get competency-based certification. That's internationally accredited.
Most degree, diploma, and certificate programs require specific subjects and prerequisites as part of the admission requirements.
We usually ask for 5 CXCs as a minimum entry, including math and English. Physics is a great subject to have. It will give you a push ahead. But chemistry and integrated science, the technical drawing, these subjects are good.
You may apply to the institute online or submit your application form to the school with a few critical documents. The school generally accepts applications from January to April of each year. Loans are available to all eligible students through the Students' Loan Bureau, and an installment plan is available for those who need it. And if you're still not convinced about the CMI for your university experience,
CMI has the best record among all tertiary institutions in Jamaica with placement into jobs after graduation within 6 months. Right now our success rate is over 90%, and I think that is tremendous.
For more about the Caribbean Maritime Institute and its offerings, visit the institution online at cmi.edu.jm or on site at Norman Manley Highway, Palisadoes Park, Kingston.
A message from the Bureau of Gender Affairs and the Dispute Resolution Foundation, paid for by the UN Women Fund for Gender Equality.
The vibrancy of the micro, small and medium-sized enterprises MSME sector is being pushed as one of the main avenues to grow the economy. This sector was given the opportunity to showcase a wide range of authentic local merchandise at the annual staging of Kumba Miyaba.
It was Kumba Miyaba, the government's biggest shopping village. It proved several points, including that Jamaica's micro, small and medium-sized enterprises are bursting with creativity.
So, cheers.
This term, popularized by the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, means "come share my abundance with me." Recently, the corporation and its partners once again decided to share with the public the abundance of creativity which exists within the local business sector. Through its Things Jamaican stores, a patriotic Jamaican shopper's paradise, JBDC showcased authentic local merchandise inside the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in St. Andrew.
The quality is just sold out. I am so impressed because people have taken on board the concept that you're not buying Jamaican because it's charity. You're buying because it's good quality, good price, good presentation. And I'm just overwhelmed.
Kumba Miyaba, launched in 2001, took a break in 2012 and returned in December 2013 with a bang. The event was an explosion of creativity, expressed through ceramics, household furnishing, woodwork and carvings, and clothing and accessories.
In Jamaica, we use a lot of glean and we try to store them or throw them away. So the gleaner now is a recycled paper that you throw away. We use it back to do artwork.
We are promoting our lovely Jamaican Aki wine, okay, and our sorrel wine. It's a Jamaican-based company. It's 3 years old, but the products are 2 years old. We are located in the Ligani area, and our products can be found at Mega Mart, all the Mega Marts, at the airports, at Things Jamaica.
Only in Jamaica.
The vibrancy of the MSME sector has been touted as one of the main avenues to grow the economy. The government's implementation of the MSME and entrepreneurship policy in 2013 signaled its commitment to the sector. And as the entity charged with leading and maintaining the vibrancy of the industry, JBDC is adamant the sector will prosper. Kumba Miyaba 2013 showcased that potential.
I'm a designer for the sand work. I put sand on top of wood. Go around Jamaica, try to find the different shades of sand that exist. And for many people that doesn't know, in Jamaica we have like 7 different shades of sand so far.
We're currently working on the book, Rasta Fairies. It's about the fairies that's, with long locks and very, very beautiful fairies that people are really into. Don't have specific meanings.
Patrons soaked up all that was on display.
What I've seen is very impressive. It has the requisite variety and the quality of the craftsmanship is good. And I hope it will be very well supported as we try to encourage our Jamaican craft makers to expand their industrial activities.
What I like is that they're made from all natural materials, so that's what I like. So they're really, really nice.
I get response. People love what my work. They love what they see. It's so different to them that they've never seen before.
Jungle set up shop, Backspin set up shop, Ballroom set up shop, Chisley set up, Seaview set up shop, Southside set up shop.
To contact one of the exhibitors or for more information on the pieces shown, contact Things Jamaican Stores, 14 Camp Road, Kingston, or call 928-516125.
I buy more local goods because I am a Jamaican.
You know, food stuff, local, like yam and banana, that me buy as food. Well, clothes now, it's a foreign stuff. Because we hardly make nothing right now. You understand? All them pants and shirts and things I buy, I sell foreign.
Local straight, no foreign product. This is ram goated, this is coconut, locally. We don't deal with foreign.
Most of the local produce because the foreign produce, I don't really trust them to that. I'm not sure what's in it, but Jamaican stuff, I know exactly when I buy it.
More local, more Jamaican produce. I am a Jamaican. I do a passport and I look a visa, so my thing is local.
As we say goodbye for today, we leave you with this quote from motivational speaker Alvin Day. Words do not come from your tongue, they come from your heart. So feed your heart with good things so your words can be positive and influential. Our information continues to flow on our website, so visit us at www.jis.gov.jm. You can also forward your comments on Twitter at JIS News or via email jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. Remember to tune in tomorrow, same time, same station for more. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Audrey Williams. Walk good.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.